There's a fine line between like having self-confidence and just walking in every venue being like, look at me. There's a difference, you know what I mean? It's
I'm yet to see anyone do that though. I'm yet to see. I haven't met many people, not in my events anyway, where someone's came and be like, I'm this shit. A couple of people.
I think one or two, like, yeah, definitely.
I think it's just like believe in your own hype, but it's that fine line of humility and also just having belief in yourself. I don't believe you should believe the hype that is going around about you. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the minute you tap into that is the minute you're lost, in my opinion.
Yeah.
An artist should not see themselves the same way that a listener or fan sees them.
Yeah.
You have to have people around you that ground you and bring you down to earth. Otherwise,
surround you, that ground you. You can have that one for free if you want.
No, you can keep that one. But do you know what I'm saying? Like it's sometimes I'll tell myself I'm the greatest artist in the history of the world, and I'll basically call myself special like my mom used to. You know what I mean? Like
people will still call you special behind your back, actually, if you didn't know.
I'll see myself the way that my mom sees us, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little guy. Oh, and you're clever with your little raps and stuff like that. Because the thing is that I'll show my parents stuff and they'll love it. You know what I mean? Like
same.
They'll tell me if it's bad, but I'll know if it's good if my parents dig it or whatever.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like my cousin, for example, we don't really talk much, but he'll just listen to my music just randomly.
Good.
And you'll be like, oh yeah, like I put like Drive By on and I've listened to it like 100 times or whatever. And I'll be like, I love that because that's what I want. I want to be respected within my family. I want to be respected as an artist and a musician within my friends, you know, and my peers. I just want to be respected as a musician. I want to be seen as an artist, you know. I don't want to be seen as what's the correct way to put this? I don't want to be seen in a celebrity-like manner, and I don't want to be. I just want to be known as a writer. Like that's how I want to be remembered, is someone that writes with substance and is authentic to him. Like, how do you want to be remembered?
I don't know. I've really thought about it, to be perfectly honest. Well, I gave that little analogy before, which I've also give previously because I only have one story because I'm boring. That like I'm like I like to think that I'm the guy that's like in the middle of the night that has gives you a bit of comedic relief or a bit like just a bit of something different in amongst everybody who's not doing the same thing. But I feel like a lot of, especially nowadays, like I don't feel like a lot of people, for starters, spit on boom bap style beats like the way I do, or like chop up samples like what Martin Harbourmaster does very well.
I don't believe a lot of people do what you do.
Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No. I do believe you're very authentic in, you know who you are as an artist. You know your voice and you know your sound, but you're also not scared to experiment with other stuff, like the EP that you put out, you know, last, where, you know, you had was it Step Away From Me or Get Away From Me?
Step Away.
That always reminds me of the School of Rock, the Step Off song.
Step Off.
Yeah, Step Off. But one thing I will say is you definitely have authenticity as an artist. There is not another Jack Fox out there, and I think that's so important. I don't want there to be another Sam Thomas out there. There
Yeah,
definitely is. There's a bunch of Sam Thomases, but there's no one that writes the way that I
yeah. Well,
do.
yeah. That's the thing that sets you apart. Is
Yeah, and it's
it's
the
like
same with Scranibus and Iconic
yeah,
and Left Blank and any Dons. Even they call it grime or whatever, but no one else is doing what they do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I believe once you find your authenticity, you find the road that you're supposed to be walking down, and you continue to walk down it,
yeah.
and the scenery that you pick up on as you're walking down this road, it's all relative to you in your journey,
Uh-huh.
but it's just your eyes that are on it, and that it's so special to you. Do you know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I love that. And it's the same with um Abby Nix, the way she's doing her thing, and just a lot of the Northeast. To be honest, that's one thing I do love about the Northeast: the authenticity.
Uh-huh.
And but the one thing is, it's not the accent. It's not.
What do you mean?
It's not the accent that makes them authentic.
All right. Well, no, because you've got people like Left Blank and stuff and Scranibus who are not necessarily even from like Scranibus is from Yorkshire, isn't he? Left Blank's from Liverpool.
Yeah, but not even that though. It's not
Iconic from bloody Poland or something.
Poland or something.
Yeah.
He's definitely from Poland.
I want to. I don't know.
Well, what I'm saying is that, I mean, you can even get reality that comes in from Hackney, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I forget that he's from Hackney, because I just see him as like the pun master.
Sure. Yeah.
Whenever I listen to his music, I'm ready for that punchline.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the
Yeah. You
same
know
with
what you
you. When I listen to you, I'm always ready to listen to hear something like vulgar or witty, or you know.
Yeah.
But
Oh my goodness.
that's what makes you, and the stuff that I write is what makes me, and
Sure.
reality is what makes him. Scranibus, him, Iconic, Abby, all of these artists, they have their own reflection. They can look in the mirror and go, no one else is looking like that. No one else is sounding like that.
Yeah.
No one else is writing like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that's the most important thing that for any artist is to be themselves.
Mm.
Nobody can. You can. Like I hopped on that Jack Harlow beat, the what's popping thing.
Oh, right, yeah.
Everybody's done a freestyle on that, but I like to think that I was still myself on it. So it's just being yourself, finding your own voice might take a little while, but is imperative when you're an artist.
It took me a long time. It's took me a long time to find my voice. And the funny thing is that my voice was literally just my voice. That's how I feel comfortable. Just rapping. I feel more comfortable now rapping than I did when I was singing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
but while you were finding your voice, you gained a lot of experience. You gigged for how many years? So you haven't got stage fright, and you know
I've been
how
in
to
band
release
since
a
I was
song and
15,
write a
man.
song.
I've always been in a band since I was 15. I haven't not been in a band or doing music or anything like that. I've
Uh-huh.
been in about 10 to 15 different projects in 15 years.
Yeah.
So, and I've never understood what I want. I've knew what I wanted to be. I was never knew who I was.
Uh-huh.
And it literally took just me rapping and sitting down and writing stuff and writing real stuff and seeing the response that it got from people to really understand that this is this is my voice. My actual voice is
Yeah, yeah,
is the
yeah.
voice that I should have. Um, but it's just crazy, man. Music to me, it chops and changes all the time. But it's always me that's the constant.
Yeah.
I'm always writing about the same stuff, because that's a constant to me. But depending on what genre it is or whatever, I can write a bunch of different genres, but I know the ones that are going to really speak. Do you know what I mean? I could have done Mr. Sunshine in a reggae version, and it would have got responded in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like I could have dressed it up in a completely different manner,
Uh-huh.
and because of the beat I chose, and because of this melancholic, sort of, it was on like a jazzy beat, but like the lyrics were downbeat, but the song was called Sunshine,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all
yeah.
these different things. And I did that. I did that on purpose,
Uh-huh.
And obviously, you've when you released the positive song. This is a positive song, but I don't have one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like it's clever, but it's a part of you. It's a part of you as a human being that you put out there. As you said earlier on, we wear our hearts on our sleeves.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
And do you like a little pillow
Little,
thing,
little life
a little
jacket
neck
thing.
brace?
Yeah, yeah. Just keep.
But yeah, like it's there's so much that I want to talk about, with these podcasts or interviews or
Well, we've
whatever.
been going nearly 2 hours. I was going to try and
I
stop you and say,
know,
like,
I know, I
I have
know.
to
We're
head off.
definitely going to have to edit this, chop this up, like.
Yeah, maybe.
But, it's all relative, man. It's all relative, and I think it's so important to speak in this way, because one thing I realize is that when you speak in this way, it almost it encourages people to speak in that way and communicate the same way as well. And also people will listen, and they'll be like, I can relate to that, or I believe that, or I think that, but I've never said it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I just love that, man. I think it's so important that we do this. Yeah, man. I think we'll leave it there. I really enjoyed this.
It's been fun.
I know the match is on, so apologies
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's fine.
for that. But
Uh,
yeah, man. Let's do this again. And
I was going to have the same conversation again.
no. I think we should. Who do you think we should bring onto the show next?
I don't know. Well, we've mentioned a few artists, haven't we? Is there anybody? I don't know. I like you see artists doing like features for like Narc magazine or like Spotlight magazine or something. Spotlight Music UK,
Mm-hmm.
and they just give like
I love
little.
Spotlight. I love Spotlight.
Yeah, Spotlight. Shout out Jordan and all the crew over there. And they tend to obviously you can only say so much in a tiny little interview.
Exactly.
So I'm just trying to think of somebody who had like a dive into their psyche a bit more. But like I say, you only get like 40 minutes on on a Zoom call that has more than two people on.
Well, I mean, this is mainly just me and you just chatting on. We're probably going to make this about 40 minutes anyway.
Do you want to do the editing?
I might. I've got time, man. I've got time. I would really love to hear people's stories from different genres of music.
Yeah.
I would also really like to include local music on this. So let's figure out how we can do that.
Well, just drop it in.
Drop it in, do like a listening session party thing, and we'll just talk about that. I think that'd be really beneficial. But in terms of the story and hearing people's vibes, I'd love to speak to Jamila, because I believe she's got a really good story. I think this could be really good, mate. I think this could be really beneficial for the scene,
Yeah.
and also just great to communicate with the scene as well. Obviously, you know a lot more bands, so it would be great to get your input on that. And let's try and make this as regular as we can.
Sure. Sounds good. Especially now when everybody's got no gigs to do or anything like that.
Exactly, man.
Well,
but yeah, we'll try not to babble on so much.
Yeah.
I could, as I say, man, I could talk forever, man. Like I love.
This was good. This was good. I did enjoy this, but like, funnily enough, some of the stuff we were talking about. But got to also think of like who's going to watch this, and if they're really going to be like that. Like, we've been going for like 2 hours now, so if you're going to be like,
I don't believe this is going to get many views.
sitting
But
eagerly watching for 2 hours, us going around in circles talking about how it's hard, but it's good to be an artist.
Yeah, let's do a closing. So that has been Jack Fox and myself speaking on just whatever came to our minds, really. We're going to be changing this, hopefully developing this into some sort of series, some sort of podcast, if you will. Podcasts seem to be the thing lately.
I love podcasts.
Yeah,
You gotta get actual podcasts, like have it on Spotify and stuff like that. The Foxcast. Huh?
What?
Huh? Foxcast?
Foxcast. Yeah.
Foxcast?
Or Jack Chat.
Jack Chat?
Actually, no, that sounds really sexual.
Chat Fox? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
Anyway, yeah, so we're going to be doing this again. What I really want from this is I really want to connect with the scene more. I really want to be able to just create some sort of voice. The biggest thing for me was just chatting about like the emojis and communication.
Yeah,
like and stuff like that. That was one of the biggest things out of this chat for me. But just talk about what's on our minds, what's on our hearts. Anything that we can do to help out the scene, and hopefully we'll communicate with a bunch of artists, and we'll have fun whilst we do it as well. All right, bro. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Any ideas you have, throw them my way, and I'm glad that you're on the team.
Pleasure is all mine.
Nice one. Right. Enjoy the match.
Cheers.